Hi, it's Mark. I'm back with another Linux video, and today I'm going to show you how to install a software package in Linux. Now, this was the biggest mystery to me as a new Linux user many years ago, and it's probably the biggest mystery to a lot of Linux users. How do you install software in Linux? Because coming from Windows or Mac, we're all used to buying a disk, putting it into the CD or DVD tray, loading the software from the disk, starting up the program for the first time, and then entering in some kind of authorization code. Well, Linux has none of that. Everything is done online through the use of a repository. And if you saw my previous video on how to update your Linux system, we're going back to the same repository again. So this is how easy it is to install a program in Linux. The first thing you'll do is you'll come down here and you'll select this program here, which is the Synaptic Package Manager. This is where all your software is going to be listed and maintained by the people who have developed the particular Linux distribution that you might be running. And this is where you can install and uninstall all your software, and of course, as I mentioned before, update your system. So let's go ahead and launch this, and you will need root privileges for this. As I discussed in a previous video, in Linux, in order to do everything system-wide, you have to be the administrator. In this case, root. So I'm going to be entering my password here in order to get to the administrative level for Synaptic Package Manager. So now we're going to wait for it to feed us all of the packages that are in the repository, and here they are. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the reload button and reload and refresh everything so that my system and the repository system online are both on the same page and talking to one another, so it knows what I have on my system and what it may need to install once I select a software package. But before I do that, I'm going to come right down here to Upgradable and make sure that there are no upgrades to do, because you want to upgrade your system before you install any kind of new package. Well, I don't have anything to upgrade, so let's go right to selecting a software package of some kind. The best way to do that is to come down here to the sections area. This is where all the software is listed. It's categorized and it's very easy to find. All you have to do is find a category. Let's put in a music player. That would be under sound. So we're going to select the sound category right here. And by clicking that, then everything here in the right-hand pane comes up, all of our sound software programs. So I'm going to install a music player. I'm going to install Exhale. And that is located right here. And you can see Exhale's right here. Let's click on that. Exhale is a media player aiming to be similar to KDE's Amarok. Well, Amarok's another music player that you use with the KDE desktop. So this is similar, so I'm going to install this to my Linux system. Now, before I do that, I want to show you one thing that is really neat in Linux. Down here on our Start menu, right here, when you click on this, all the software is automatically organized and placed in the proper categories on the Start menu. So all of the video programs will be under the video menu here. All the sound programs and music players will be right here with the sound. All of your Office programs, spreadsheets, writers, word processors, presentations, drawing programs within Office applications would be under the Office menu. Here we have games, and of course games is even broken down to arcade games, board games, card games. So whenever you install a software package in Linux, it knows where to put that software package. It'll automatically put it into the right place on your Start menu, which is really convenient. You don't have to worry about it then. So let's go ahead and install Exhale, which is a music player. That's going to end up in the sound area, sound category of our Start menu. So just by left-clicking on this little white box here, and we'll select Mark for installation. Now, we're going to go ahead and apply, and it's going to install Exhale. So all we have to do now is hit apply, verify the package signatures, and select apply, and here we go. It's going to download everything, and there it is. It's installed. Now, in addition, if there are additional software packages that you may need to support the main program that you're downloading, Linux will automatically select those packages and download and install those for you as well. So that's something else that's very, very nice. Any dependencies that it has, any other libraries that it needs, it'll automatically do that. It'll take care of all that. So if we come back down here to Exhale, you can see that that white box is now green, meaning it's been installed. So let's close this. Let's come down here to our menu, select that. We'll go up to Sound, and there's the Exhale music player right here. Clicking on that will launch Exhale, and there it is. It's launched. Every Linux distribution is basically the same when it comes to installing software. It's the same method. Some Linux distributions dress up the Synaptic Package Manager with a different graphical front end. Some are just use the Synaptic Package Manager. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. For instance, Linux Mint will, and this is Linux Mint here that I'm running in VirtualBox, just to show you for demonstration purposes. If I come over here to the Start menu, Linux Mint has right here, they have its package manager right here. And by clicking on that and selecting that, again, you have to have administrative privileges. You have to go to root, so I'm going to type in my password for that, and I'm going to click OK. Now the interface, the graphic user interface for Linux Mint's package manager software installer will launch. And there is their sections area. So right here you can select the sound and video, and we can scroll down to here's Exhale, where we can install that, and we can go ahead and install it that way. I won't do that, but you get the point that all the distributions are basically the same when it comes to installing software. You sync up your system with an online repository, you go up, you get the packages, you select what you want. Linux figures out what it needs to support that software package on your systems. It gets all those files, it downloads everything for you, installs it automatically, puts it on your Start menu, and you're done. And it's really wonderful, a really wonderful system to have that way. And uninstalling it is just as easy. Let's go back into Synaptic Package Manager, and I'll show you. Type in my password again, and to speed up the process, I'm going to look for Exhale through search. We'll type in Exhale. I think it's close enough, isn't it? There it is. So if we want to uninstall this, all we would do is left click and just say mark for removal or mark for complete removal, whichever we wanted to do. And then Linux would automatically uninstall everything. Okay, so that's how you install and uninstall software in Linux. It's very easy, it's very fast, and as long as you have an internet connection, you can do it anywhere you want to on any system. And that's what's so great about Linux. You can take Linux and install it on as many systems as you have, desktops, laptops, and you have access to the same treasure trove of software. It's really, really wonderful. I hope you give it a chance. Thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing my video. And please subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you again real soon.